3 reasons why Uber and Lyft drivers should say no to riders with kids and no car seats. Okay, before I start, I would like to ask you all to subscribe, like, and share. Hey man, I would appreciate it. This helps the channel grow. Okay? Now, the number one reason, okay, is it violates state laws and platform policy. For a driver, for an Uber and Lyft driver to provide a ride to a rider with kids and no car seats. Your driver, you jeopardizing a whole lot. Okay? Now, in most states, you have to have baby seats and booster seats. Now, with the booster seats, I think that's from the age of 8 to 12, depending on the size. I think 4'9" or something like that. But a baby seat, I think they have to ride in a baby seat up until they're 4 or 5 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You just have to check, because every locality has child restraint laws, and there's the rules. So it's best that to whatever city or state you're driving in, to check the proper child restraint laws for your city and state. Booster seats as well. You know, you want to make sure that you know this law, because as an Uber and a Lyft driver, you have so much to lose with a ticket of this nature. Not only that, this is not only about protecting you as an Uber and a Lyft driver, but this is about protecting the children. Okay? Now, you don't make enough money to be giving a whole lot of money away. If you get out there and you decide to get somebody, hey man, I'm just going down the street. You can give me around, I'm not even going 100 yards. He got 3 kids. All of them supposed to be in baby seats or either booster seats. Okay? You go down 100 yards, then there's somebody running to you from the side. Could kill the children, hurt them very bad, and you will be at fault for giving somebody a ride 100 yards down the street. You understand what I'm saying? It's follow the rules. Okay? Just that simple. It does not take that long of a trip with children that's not properly restrained. Okay? For something to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. Platform policy does not tolerate drivers driving children without car seats or booster seats and all that stuff like that. Now, the biggest question that a lot of you drivers are probably going to have is, hey, do I supposed to provide the car seats? Absolutely not. If you are a driver in an Uber and Lyft and you want to provide booster seats or baby seats, that is your choice. But you do not have to provide booster seats or baby seats. On the rider's end, they have rules as well. And it is in their rules that if they're going to be traveling with children, they require baby seats or booster seats to bring them along during the ride. So as a driver, you do not have to haul baby seats or booster seats around unless you choose to. Okay? Now, It's very important for Uber and Lyft drivers to understand that there is no amount of money out there that's worth putting children in your car that require baby seats or booster seats by law and giving them a ride. It's not. Okay? You know, you're going to get a lot of backlash from the customers. Hey, man, this is terrible. I don't understand this. This doesn't make any sense. Don't get talked into it. It's not worth it. You understand what I'm saying? Now, number 2, you will be held responsible for anything that happens while that trip is while you are en route with those people, the children and the riders, the adults, without the proper car seats. You're going to be held responsible. Because if you run into somebody or somebody hit you, you're going to be held responsible, because when the officers come to the car, they, providing those babies don't get killed or anything, when the officers come to the car, say, where are the child seats at? Oh, well, I was giving them a ride. Their mother didn't have any car seats. The mother or the father ain't going to be to blame. You're going to be to blame, because as a driver, you're supposed to know better. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if the children get killed, or the child, you're probably going to be charged. So think about that risk of giving a rider with children a ride with no car seats. Man, come on now. Those children, 1 or 2 of those children get killed, and then you are going to be charged, because you are licensed. As a licensed driver, you have rules to follow. And riding those children without a car seat is not just a ticket. If you get in an accident and one of them get killed, or all of them get killed. So it's not worth it. You want to make sure that you exercise the cancel button power. If a rider with children does not have the car seats. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you're going to run into. I don't care where you're driving at. This is going to happen everywhere. There's going to be riders, whether it be a couple, or one or the other, male or female, and they're going to have 2 children or 3 children. They're going to only have a baby seat for the smallest one. But the other 2, they're not going to have seats for them. And they're going to expect, because they have that 1 car seat for the baby, for the smallest one, that you're going to let them slide by driving the other 2 and just putting seatbelts on them. No, don't do that. You tell them, you say, hey, yeah, well, you don't have seats, booster seats, or baby seats for them as well. I can't give you a ride. I'm going to have to cancel this trip. There's no back and forth. There's no need to explain anything further other than saying, yeah, well, you need car seats or booster seats for them, so I'm not going to be able to give you a ride. I'm going to cancel this trip. Well, the other Lyft driver or Uber driver gave us a ride and said, well, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm not going to do that. And cancel the trip and keep it moving. Get what I'm saying? Only thing you're doing is protecting the children as well as you're protecting yourself. But the most important thing is protecting the children. The parents, they're just trying to get somewhere, a ride somewhere, a much needed ride somewhere. They're willing to risk the lives of their children to get that ride. That's very reckless thinking. And at the moment that they need that ride, they don't even care about that. Okay? Now, the third thing is, man, there is not a again, I'm going to say this again. That money it's going to be times where you're going to be slow and everything. So there's not an amount of money, man, out there that's worth risking the lives of those children, giving somebody a ride without the car seats and the proper booster seats. It's not. I know a lot of drivers out there be like, yeah, I give kids rides all the time without booster seats. You just ain't been caught with your dumb ass. And then there's going to be a lot of you drivers out there and say, yeah, well, I keep the booster seats and the car seats in the back of the car in the trunk. I mean, there's nothing wrong with providing them. If that's what you want to do, hey, man, that's great service that you're providing. I hope that gets you a lot of tips. Okay? But drivers are not required to lug car seats and baby seats around. On the rider's end, they are supposed to provide the proper booster seats and child restraint baby seats for the children that they are bringing on a ride in an Uber or Lyft. I don't care if you ain't made no money all day and somebody wants to offer you $100. It's not worth it. Because it's not about you. It's about the children. Because anything could happen at any given moment. And there's nothing more important than the safety of those children. Yes, protecting yourself is important as well. That's why I say there's no amount of money that's worth it. It's not. You know what I mean? It's too much attached to it. You know what I mean? It's Uber and Lyft drivers, it is very important for you all to exercise this right. If those riders with children do not have the proper car seats and booster seats for those children that require baby seats or booster seats, cancel the trip. Plain and simple as that. It's not worth it. I wanted to leave this video and I want to sound like a broken record because a lot of you all will be out there and get stressed because you're not making any money. And yeah, you see somebody with a kid holding them. Yeah, I'll give you a ride just to get that money. Man, let me tell you. Like I said, don't risk that child's life nor your license or having to pay money for tickets that you're not making. Then child restraint tickets can be upwards to $250 in some states. You don't want to risk that. It's not worth it. You don't want to pay no money out due to carelessness that you're not making. The passenger ain't gonna give you a dime on that ticket. That child restraint ticket, they're not. And that's gonna be a mark, a point on your driving record. Something a lot of you all don't want to deal with. So once again, it's not worth it. And the 3 reasons why is because, number 1, it violates state law and platform policy. So please require the proper child safety seats for children underage. Okay? Plain simple as that. Number 2 is that you need to make sure that you are protecting the children just as much as you're protecting yourself, because you will be held accountable. So number 2 is you will be held accountable. And that parents is going to get in there, going to deny everything. You get in an accident and the children don't get badly hurt, they see dollar signs. They're going to say, yeah, he gave us a ride and he didn't ask for the car seats. It's your word against theirs, because you're supposed to know better as a driver. So remember that. Number 2, you will be held accountable. And if every one of those children mess around and get killed, oh, then you're really going to be messed up, because then there's going to be some legal ramifications, charges and all types of stuff like that. And number 3, there isn't no amount of money in the world that should allow an Uber or a Lyft driver to drive a child without the proper restraint. Hey man, that's my video for today. I hope you all have a great day. And if anybody didn't tell you today that they love you, I do. I'm out.